Started from the gutter. I like cash money, yeah, baby, I'm a stunner. I'm a boss, I can do what I wanna. Your last was do what.
Coming up, we'll see Justin Herbert and the Chargers hosting Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. These teams meet for just the 12th time since 1972. It's week 2 in the National Football League, and it's next.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. Still fighting. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A quick check on the numbers for Keenan Allen from last week. Well up over 100 yards, and one of those catches found his way into the end zone.
I do think he'll be hard-pressed to duplicate those numbers this week, though, because he's gotten their attention, so they will double him on every snap at a minimum. In some cases, they'll triple him. Austin Eckler got hurt last year, missed 6 games, but still finished with 54 catches, the 5th most by a running back in the NFL. But remember this, 2019, 92 catches. This guy's a definite threat out of the backfield.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take them in.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Micah Parsons brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career, being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Josh Palmer, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they score in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Here comes this Dallas offense led by Dak Prescott in his 6th season now as the Cowboy quarterback.
You remember last year he got off to an incredible start, threw for over 450 yards in 3 straight weeks, including 502 against the Cleveland Browns in week 4. Just 4 yards short of the franchise's single-game record. Then came his injury in week 5 that pretty well derailed the Cowboy season.
Flush to his right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the 1st down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the 1st down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone. And
you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very... And now a fumble. The ball's out. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Oh, Prescott stripped.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And picked up by the Chargers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Okay, after those first 2 drives, I think there's a head coach who's going to be calling for CSI. They're going to want some forensics on this. What is going on with this ball club? Unable to hold on to the football and take care of it.
Yeah, 2 straight fumbles for them to start out.
Yeah, you would think that this team would come in ready to go. Sometimes just mentally not prepared, and it shows up in these types of plays.
Well, a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the 1st half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a 2nd, but you're right, not to be. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Now Herbert following the turnover. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
Herbert off of play action. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers continue to pull away here in this first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And out now come the Cowboys. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Well, Charles, you take a look at the draft class for this offense. It's highlighted by a first-round pick who provides a much-needed boost to their offensive line.
And you and I both know it's the kind of pick that doesn't often get a fan base really excited. But I know who is excited. Their quarterback. He won't get hit as much, and that should improve the rest of the offense as well.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman, and have stats and scores from around the NFL in the second week of the regular season. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. The Charger drive about to get going. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for L.A.
For Justin Herbert, we saw the big arm in his days at Oregon, of course. Saw it even more in his rookie season with the Chargers. And if anything, it appears to just continue to get stronger.
Picked off at the 33. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He finds his man. Complete. It's Schultz. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen.
Knocks over another. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry.
He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that will extend this big lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. The second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. To Lamb, he pulls it in. What a catch. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
On play action, Prescott. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And again, it's Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
So we've reached halftime here, and what is due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone, and he returns this to the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster. Oh, Prescott stripped. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, if they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime, they're fortunate to retain possession. 52 catches last year for Zeke, and he's had as many as 77 in a year. I think he's hoping to get a little more stability in his offensive line and, of course, at the quarterback position. And if that happens, all his numbers will go up.
On third down, it's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out and picked up by the Chargers. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Rolling to his right. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner, but at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you get 3 out of it, that's great too.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the defense for Los Angeles as they head out to set up shop. Recovered the fumble up on the scoreboard. They've got the momentum.
And that's a confident group that we see hitting the field again. Just what you talked about. Took away the ball the last possession. They feel like they can go ahead and do it.
Oh, Prescott stripped and picked up by the Chargers. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the end. At the 20-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of the quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play here for Dallas. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. It up, loose football, and picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They started on the ground with Eckler. Showed some strong running, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Once more, here's Eckler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. On third down, here's Eckler. And he is not going to get the marker as they stop him short at the 14. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down.
I always enjoy a good fake. I really enjoy it when he throws the football from punt formation. Now, you were a kicker and a punter in high school. Did you ever do that?
One time, threw to my man Tim Jones on a botched field goal attempt. Hit him right in the numbers, and Jonesy just dropped it.
Oh, the poor guy. Well, we had a fake punt here, and this guy caught it, so I think he and his friends will be okay with that one.
And he loves his play call, right? He's been waiting for this one all week long.
Been had that arm loosened up ever since they got to the stadium.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Micah Parsons in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Josh Palmer, the intended target. And it'll bring up third down. Flushed out right. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now a pass hauled in downfield and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like total at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big gain that time for the Chargers. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Out to his left. Looking end zone. It's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Second down and goal. Herbert steps away. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. It's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because...
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott, he finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Forced out to his left. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the ball continues. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to...
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
Yeah, and I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert, he's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because...
You're not going to want that feeling. No. Under pressure, and down he goes. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They try and bring the pressure, but he still gets off a good one. It's taken to the 26. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
pick off the 5 yards, but still 4th down.
Well, they'll learn that lesson when they review it, but it didn't cost them.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Now they try a lateral, but it doesn't work. It's a loose ball. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. They're going to pass here with Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover. But it doesn't really matter